Everyone, so today is August the 8th, and I'm actually filming this on the 6th because the 8th is my graduation day. So, yeah, I just want to make sure I was able to get a video out to y'all, so this one's done a little bit early. Anyways, this week's topic is cisphobia. Honestly, I'm not sure where to start with this one, so I'll just kind of start with a YouTube video that I saw. My brother actually sent me a YouTube video, a link to a YouTube video, about this cis guy who all he tried to do was try to gain an understanding of the trans community, and he just wanted to see what the community was about and understand what being trans is, and he was just trying to be educated with it versus being ignorant about the situation, which I give this guy major props to. What I don't give props to, though, is how the community responded to him. A lot of people were against him and basically straight up said, hey, don't even ask the question about what the community is. You're cis, you don't need to know. You know, all you can do is take anything that we say word for word, no conversation needed, because you're cis, you don't understand. Which to me upset me a lot. And the only reason why it upset me a lot was because this guy's trying to get an understanding of who we are as a community and trying to understand how we feel the best to his ability without actually being trans. I don't see anything wrong with that, to be honest with you. To have a conversation with someone, and people are going to have conversations because they don't understand something. Or they're going to have questions because they may have been brought up a certain way, and you know, without answering those questions and navigating these ideas, they're not going to fully understand what it is. And honestly, I don't know about y'all, but me personally, I would rather have one less ignorant person in the world about trans issues than have another ignorant person in the world. And it's sad to me that certain parts of our community decided to just shoo this person away just because they were cis. As a trans person, we're more likely to be abused, to be killed. Can't walk down the street without being in danger or wondering, do I pass enough? That way someone doesn't come and hurt me. As I said last week, trans women of color are the most at risk. Can walk down the street and go to the store without being harassed, stabbed, almost killed. We're all usually afraid that we're in danger. And we don't like it, obviously. No one likes that. And I think that's where cisphobia honestly comes from. But if someone is trying to understand us, then I feel like it's one less person to be afraid of. It's just like saying, and people like to do this comparison a lot, just because you're Muslim does not mean you're a terrorist, right? Because of 9/11, things like that. And that's what we faced most recently, is people that are ignorant about situations like to equate being Muslim to being a terrorist. More so in the past than now. However, it's kind of the same thing. Just because you're cis does not mean that you're going to hate on someone and you're going to go and kill them because of their being who they are. Just because there's few bad apples in the cis community, or in people that are cis, doesn't mean that the whole entire crop is ruined and bad. I think my biggest point with cisphobia is the fact that if a cis person is trying to become educated about the community, then we have to be educators. And my biggest thing with that is because a lot of us just kind of shoo off cis people, and it's kind of like, oh, you're not trans, so you don't need to understand, and we don't need to educate you. Go Google it yourself if you want to know. First of all, not everything on the internet is correct. Just because you Google something doesn't mean it's correct. Second of all, be damned that if someone that's actually legitimately trying to learn about trans issues is told to Google it Googles it, reads an article that's incorrect about trans issues and who trans people are, and they end up being misled or with wrong information, and then they say something inappropriate or they say something wrong, and then we're the ones all down their throat. But they tried. And to me, that really upsets me, because at that point, some people are not going to try anymore. And they're not going to like the trans community, and they're going to be against the community because no one in the community wanted to extend an helping arm. And I know we have certain YouTubers that are activists, or that are here to educate, and which means that a lot of us don't have to do as much educating as we used to. But not everyone's going to be exposed to what we see. That's why I made the point to make sure that when I came out, that all of my friends and family, like, I didn't tell them to Google it on their own. I didn't spew hate towards them. I just kind of gave them the time that they needed to understand things, and I was patient with them. And none of my friends turned away from me and told me that, hey, what you're doing I can't support, or hey, I refuse to use these pronouns, because I genuinely made them understand by just being myself and talking to them instead of yelling at them and having an argument with them. And like I said last week, there's a right way and a wrong way to go about things. And I felt like a lot of us decided that we're going to go with the wrong way about things, because we were frustrated. And we have to get rid of those frustrations, put them aside. That way we can take a bigger step. And plus, if we're going to continually down and put down cis people, then how do we expect for them to ever accept us, to ever understand, and for us to move on? Do we just think that they're like, Tinkerbell's gonna come spray some magical powder on them saying, hey, now you can have understanding of what the trans community is? No, it's not gonna happen. And if we don't do our part to help people and people that are cis, help them understand, then how do you expect them to ever learn and ever accept us, and to fight with us to change things around here, including rights? And of course someone's probably going to say, well, we don't need them to fight with us. But I'm sorry, we do. I mean, the community, we're a minority, obviously, and yeah, we can make enough in an uproar, or we can change enough people's, but we have to change other people's minds. We need cis people, whether we like it or not, in order for us to finally get equality. So that's my question I'm going to pose to everyone, or idea I'm really going to leave y'all with, is if we're going to try to get our rights and try to be safer, or we're not afraid every day, how can we do that without accepting and educating cis people? That's what I'm going to leave y'all with. So, if you have any questions, concerns, I hope everything makes sense and I didn't completely botch anything, please message me on my private Tumblr. It'll be in the description box below. And I will see y'all next week. Bye.